Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. It is still Saturday, the 22nd of January, 2022. And me and Pandora are going to sit here and have a little chat with you. Oh, wait, let's not forget Caesar. Where'd Helen go? She's over there. Alright. Well, we're back inside for this video. A little cold outside. My fingertips were getting a little chilly outside. So I thought for the second video we would sit by this wonderful fire and could probably feed that. Hold on a second. Before we get going, we're going to feed this fire so you guys get to see that excitement. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, that's better. So anyway, I wanted to do this video because I just saw this all took place. Kristen Sinema, the senator from Arizona, Democratic Party, her and Senator Meacham did not go along with the voting rights thing. The Democrats were trying to push through, so they did not get the support. So it's dead in the water. Okay. So first of all, this is something that I wanted to ask you folks. All right, and especially this is something that I want to ask my black viewers. Okay, because tell me if you're not. And like I said, I really want your opinion on this. Okay, tell me you're not disgusted that they think that you are not intelligent enough to be able to get an ID to be able to vote. How is it racist to require somebody to have identification of who they are and able to be able to vote? To be able to open up a checking account or any kind of an account with a bank, you need to have identification. To be able to buy beer, to be able to buy cigarettes, you have to have identification. There's so many myriad of things that you have to do if you're buying a piece of property, any of that type of stuff. They need to know who you are. You need to have identification to be able to do all those things. But you shouldn't have to have some kind of identification to prove who you are, who you say you are when you vote. That's insanity. I mean, that's insanity. And that's not racist in any way, shape, or form. So, to me, it's insulting to black people to think that they're not smart enough to be able to get identification to be able to vote. Tell me if I'm wrong on that, okay? But anyway, so Kristen Sinema went against the Democratic Party after they basically told her, you've got to follow the rules and follow along and step in line and do as you're told. She decided not to, so now she was just censured. Basically what they're saying is in the next primary, they're not going to back her at all. What? Oh, there's my other baby. There's my other baby. She said, wait a minute, Dad, you gave the other two attention. Where's mine? So she is, she was definitely not going to get the support of the Democratic Party. Now, if I was her, if it was me, and they had done what they're doing to her because she didn't do what she was told, and again, think about this, okay? In politics, if you don't go along and do as you are told, right, well, then they get rid of you. They'll put their support behind somebody else, and that's exactly what they're doing in Arizona when they get to that point. So if I was her, I would switch parties. That's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, yeah, you want to play that game? I would switch parties, and I think she's going to get a lot more support, with doing so, because of the fact that she stood her ground and stayed on her principles and didn't give in and didn't pander to what everybody else wanted. Now, Senator Meacham in West Virginia, he might as well be a Republican there's nothing they're doing with him, are there? They're not going after him. He's been around a long, long time. And, West Virginia is a red state. 86% of the people in West Virginia in the last election voted for Trump. So, he's not stupid. He knows which side of the bread the butter goes on. So he's going to go along with it. And they're not going to go after him. They're going to try to suck up to him because he's been around forever. He's going to stay in office probably until he decides he doesn't want to do it anymore. So they'll go after her because she's a first-term senator, and she won't play ball with the gang, and so they're going to try to get her out of there. But so I hope it backfires on them. I'll be honest with you. But these are the things, and my point of this video. These are the things that happen constantly with politicians. If you don't go along with the program or what the team wants, right? If they decide this is what we're doing, even if you don't agree with it, then you're going to be out. They're going to find some way to get you out. And that happens constantly. So you will see a lot of times, a lot of these senators and congressmen and congresswomen and men, they will play ball because they want to be in there. They want to stay in there. I mean, it's a very lucrative thing to be able to be in and do. So, unfortunately, this is what is a result of that. But I applaud her for standing her ground and not giving in. They're not getting what they want. They're trying to push these different things through, which I think is ridiculous. Tell me if I'm wrong, and I want to hear your guys' feedback on this. And again, strictly, this is my opinion. My opinion. You have to have ID for every freaking thing else. For everything else. But not to be able to vote? Does that make any kind of sense whatsoever? And again, to me, it's a direct slap in the face of minorities that basically says that you are too ignorant and too stupid to be able to get an ID. Tell me I'm wrong. Please, I would love to hear the feedback on this one, because I think that it's definitely something that needs to be talked about, should be discussed. To be able to get a pack of cigarettes, you got to show your ID that you are old enough, number one, and they don't care how old you look. Just like going and buying beer. I mean, I am clearly above the age of 21. Looking at me, you would say, no, he's definitely not on that cusp of being maybe he's 21. Those days are long, long gone. But I still get ID'd because that's the law that implement policies that are implemented for these different stores that they ID everybody. Oh, I don't care. I'm over 21 by a long shot. Okay, so doesn't make any difference to me. But it's just, but to vote, it's okay. You don't have to have that. It just doesn't make any kind of sense. And to make it out like it's racist, isn't it amazing? And this is another thing I would like to bring up while we're sitting here having a nice fireside chat with Helen down here, enjoying the fire. Isn't it amazing how as soon as something doesn't go the way of a group, any group, as soon as it doesn't go the way that that group wants it to go, well, then you're either a misogynist, you're a racist, It's just, it's amazing to me that, it's getting worn out, folks. That's all I'm saying. That everybody's not racist, everybody's not a misogynist. Just because they don't agree with you doesn't make them so. People have the right to believe what they want to believe, just like you have the right to believe what you want to believe. So, I find it amazing. Our society is interesting. I will say that. I definitely will say that. So, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on this. What should Kristen Sinema be doing now? Should she be thinking of switching parties and going over to the Republican Party? Well, obviously, she pissed them all off on the Democratic side, to the point, obviously, where they have censured her, and they're not going to be backing her when it's time for re-election. And that's like unheard of. When an incumbent is in office and the party doesn't back them 100%, so they're not going to be backing her. And she's losing these different endorsements because she stood her ground and said, no, that's not right. like I said, I applaud her. I think good for her. Good for her. So definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on that. I want to hear what you guys have to say, because I do think it is something that is important. But so yeah, it's getting later in the day now, and it's gonna cool back off again. I don't even know what it's going down to tonight. It wasn't exactly warm today, even though it got up to 24. I don't think that was exactly, and that's, like I said, that's 24 in town. So if it's 24 in town, it's 18 up here, and we hit 12 below last night, and not a good time. Good day to stay in the house, keep the fire rocking, and stay warm. And the puppies are so funny. We have them out for like maybe 5 minutes, and they come in, and then they get in front of this fire, and they lay in front of that fire, and they just get warm again. So, very, very funny. You good girl, Hala? You good baby? Yeah. So, anyway, folks, I hope everybody's doing very, very well. Really quickly, I do want to mention my website, preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community there, which is a resource that we've set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. It is free to join. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked. Once you're in there, check out the message boards, check out the state that you're in or the country that you're in, to try to connect with like-minded people. Again, we set that up for you to be able to do that. Also on my website, we have the Forefathers. So again, preppernurse1.com. You will see the Forefathers logo. If you click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you are on their website, if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, and I got a hair in my mouth now, you can save yourself 15% when you check out using the discount code PrepperNurse1, and that is the number 1, not O-N-E. So definitely take advantage of that. Also, again, my website, preppernurse1.com. You click on store, it will drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. Legacy Foods is a good thing to have. It is a freeze-dried food with a 25-year shelf life. It is GMO free. It is made in the United States. It is also the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies, so you get more bang for your buck. It is vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. There are also gluten options available for people that need them as well. Alright, so I am going to jump off of here for now. Again, I hope everybody's had a good week and you're enjoying your weekend. Please be safe, please be smart. No drinking and driving, it's just a smart thing to do. So definitely be smart about that. Hey, baby girl. She likes to be up my butt, this one right here. She is definitely daddy's girl, aren't you? Are you daddy's girl? Yes. So, she's a good puppy. Anyway, remember guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that can stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. Alright? I will see you all tomorrow, and I will be live streaming tomorrow night at 8 p.m., so I would encourage you to join me then. Have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.